It was linebacker Danny Sears, one of the captains of this year's Demon football team, and Demons back out on the road. Has it been what's just on the terms of travel? Rank the road trip so far, real quickly, because we got another one this week against
Yeah.
Southeastern. But what would have been the?
I'll probably go like, what are we ranking it off of? Are we ranking it like most like fun, I guess, or like least amount of stress, I guess you could say? Because like obviously Minnesota and Cincinnati were very stressful,
Yeah.
like having to fly and all
Right.
that stuff. The first time we've done that with this coaching staff, so that was obviously a little bit stressful. But I would probably say those were the most fun, like
Yeah.
getting to fly with your
Experience,
teammates.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a cool experience.
Right.
And then Prairie View and who did we just play?
HCU.
Houston Christian, yeah. Those games are obviously just regular road trips, both at the same hotel. So I'd probably put those
Next
lower
on
down.
the guys,
Yeah. It was the same experience, with those two.
But the crazy thing is they all kind of run together at one point.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, exactly. But one more this week, and then a couple more before the end of the season. But we'll talk about that game in a minute. But Danny, give me some thoughts on last week. What do you feel like, especially from the defensive side, was the biggest difference between what happened against East Texas to? I mean, you guys played so much better against HCU. So what was the difference from your perspective?
I think, we're just kind of adapting to our personnel. We've had injuries and, people having to leave. So, with the personnel we have, I feel like we're really trying to move forward into something else that we can really work together, like as one as. So, we've been testing some stuff out, and with East Texas A&M, it was really our first game with like running that kind of stuff, and it's hard. You're still working out the kinks of it, and then when you get to Houston Christian, we're already a week into this kind of new style of play we've been using, so everyone was more fast, and we kind of dimmed it down a little bit so it could be more simple for us. So we're fitting faster and tighter, and everyone is more on the same page by this past week.
Right. As a sort of the captain, the middle linebacker, the quarterback of the defense, a lot. I mean, it sounds like that helped a lot for you, for really the entire group to maybe just feel a little bit more comfortable out there.
Absolutely. I mean, I was even confused a little bit with the first week, kind of with this new stuff, but it's just a constant continual process, and a constant continual improvement with the playbook and stuff like that. So, with everyone being on the same page, that obviously helps a lot.
What's the next step? I mean, obviously, we want to keep getting better, keep improving week over week. But where do you feel that next step can be taken, especially because what was allowed 50 yards and really in that second half to HCU. There's still things we can get better at, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at last week's game, there's about 2 big plays that we costed ourselves. I mean, so if we eliminate those big plays and you look at the big picture of the game, our defense, I would dominate, but like we play great, sound defense. The Demons play, So if we can just eliminate those big plays and then obviously just secure the win. I mean, we got 1 win under our belt, but obviously we won a lot more for this program.
As we look at this Southeastern game, what are the inherent challenges? Like I said, they're seem to be a very balanced type of offense. They run the ball well. They throw the ball well, pretty even, yardage wise on both, both things. So what does it come down to? What's the focus against Southeastern?
We're they're obviously a great football team. I mean, they usually are, and they're usually a big time team in this program or this conference. So just getting to play them is obviously a great chance for us to maybe upset somebody and like turn some heads. But focus wise on their offensive side, I mean, they got great skill players. Their quarterback is a good quarterback. O-line is probably a little bit smaller than other O-lines that we've seen, but that doesn't put anything like against them. They're a great offensive line. They can move, they can work, they run a lot of gap scheme stuff, GT and stuff like that, and that can cause some problems for defenses. So, we just got to be sound this week and watching film, and then our scouts giving good looks and us fitting everything right.
When a team, for you as a sort of middle linebacker and the captain, for a team that does have a maybe smaller but maybe more athletic offensive line, like it sounds like Southeastern may have, what kind of challenges does that bring you? Like, and challenges for the defensive front to keep those linebackers, or keep those linemen off of you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge when you're going against an offensive line like that. But they can work up to you just like that. And the way they move gaps around when they're pulling and stuff like that. I mean, it's tough. So, like I said earlier, we just gotta stick to doing our job, stick to doing our assignment from defensive line to linebacker to secondary in the fits. I mean, you can't go out of place and trying to do someone else's job. You got to stick to doing your job, stay in your gap, and let someone else come and make the play. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, a defensive win is better than having 20 tackles. I mean, it is like if we can hold them to under 100 rushing yards and everyone across the board has 5 tackles, then hey, that's a win for us right there.
You'll take that. Coach
Absolutely.
Connor will take that. Everybody
Absolutely.
will take that. Absolutely. Danny, thanks so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.